What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. So I'm back with another reaction video. Now this video comes Ant CEO. He has a 36-year-old woman on here who says she's a therapist, and he kind of cooks this lady based off of her comments and what she's saying. And this is a little snippet of the video. This is not the entire video, but I wanted to just chime in on this and get my thoughts or react to how this turns out. And I want to get your thoughts on it as well. Listen, before we hop into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Share, like, and subscribe if you like the content. And hype up the video. Make sure you go ahead and hit that hype button to hype up the video, y'all. But I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Here we go.
Talking about perfection. Who said anything about perfection?
Well, I'm telling you, when I made that statement, it says I'm a therapist. So
yeah, but I'm not offering therapy. Where do you see me? Where do you see in this conversation? I'm offering therapy.
Well, I didn't come up here to fight with you. I thought we were going to have a conversation.
We're having a conversation, but I'm just making sure that we have a foundation. You said
I don't want to get sassy with you, so please don't get sassy with me.
Okay, so now you're making it personal. So first of all, number one, Charlie.
Okay.
Do you know the definition of sassy?
I mean, I feel like it's just you having a little attitude for no reason.
No, that's not the definition of sassy. So someone who's, how old are you?
I'm 36.
So someone who's 36, you should know the definition of terms that you use. So I'm going to ask you again, because when you make a definition, you can't just say, I feel like.
Why don't you just tell the room what
sassy means? You keep cutting me off. So I just wanted you to say that a 36-year-old woman is using a term who claims to be a therapist, and you didn't even understand the terms that you use. Okay. So I would advise someone who does go to therapy with someone like you, you don't even understand the terms that you use. So I'm going to ask you again, Charlie, 36-year-old woman. What is the definition of sassy? And it doesn't mean I feel like, because you can't give a definition and say it's whatever I feel like it is. So we're going to try this again. What is the definition of sassy?
Let's ask Google.
No, I know what it is. I don't need to ask Google. I'm asking
Sassy is an adjective, a bold, spirited, and lively attitude, often with a touch of impudent cheekiness and confident defiance.
So you had to Google it.
I feel like that was definitely what you were giving me.
Yeah, so you had to Google it. So it has nothing to do with femininity. It has nothing to do with sexuality. It has nothing to do with anything.
I didn't say anything about that.
When you use the term,
to...
Okay, so you got to shut the fuck up. That's what you got to do, because you're not going to run this. I'll run this. This isn't your therapy session, and it seems like you need a lot of therapy, but you don't run over here. So let's just get that understood. So we're going to try this again. I didn't need to look it up because I understand the terms that I use. You needed to look it up because you're not intelligent. You're a 36-year-old woman who does therapy and tries to shame people to try to say that they're sassy. You don't even know the definition of the term. When you use the term sassy, you're trying to use it, and you only use it to men to try to shame his sexuality or say he operates like a woman.
Oh, baby. And listen, this was just a little snippet of the video. Well, baby, let me tell you something. You know, there was something that I posted on the community tab, baby, where it talks about women who call men sassy. You know, you only call somebody sassy when you don't agree with them. When men have standards or boundaries, they tend to call them sassy because you don't like what they're saying and you just want them to agree with you. So you want to quickly go and call a man sassy because they won't let you. And the post did say because you use sassy when a man has standards and he won't allow you to just disrespect him or treat him horribly. And I agree with that, because as long as you're sitting there and not saying anything or just letting them talk and letting them spin any narrative about men and just say whatever, they're cool. They don't have anything to say. But the minute you push back or you say, no, I'm not doing this, or no, I don't agree with that. Oh my God, he's sassy. I don't like a man who's going back and forth with a woman. No, you don't like a man who's going to stand up for himself. They don't like a man who has standards and will set you straight. You want somebody you can just talk over and talk to, and it's humble to you, and oh, okay, all right, and just accept whatever you're saying because you're a woman and you have a vagina. No, I think it's time. I love to see men who stand up for themselves. You don't have to be a bully, but a lot of times these women are the bullies. They're the ones who want to bully you, control you, tell you what to do, and all this kind of stuff. And any grown man shouldn't tolerate that type of mentality or that type of person, period. And so I'm just saying, anytime a man has standards and will not let you just say anything, and has sense in his head, who is articulate, smart, well-read, have read some books, know some things, they are the ones who are intimidated by those particular men. Because the first thing they'll say is, oh my God, oh, he's sassy. Oh, he'll try to humble you. No, that just because he won't allow you to do what you're claiming him of, he won't let you do what you're claiming him to be. You're claiming he's sassy. You claiming he want to humble you. But that's exactly what a lot of women do to men. And so that's why I love to see men just stand up for themselves and set these women straight, because there's no way you got to sit back and just be quiet and humble to a person that disrespects you, talk to you crazy, say things that are not true, and you just supposed to sit there and just accept that? Hell no. So that's why I say, look, if that's what y'all want to call it, sassy, well, let them be sassy. Because if defending yourself is sassy, well, let them be sassy. Because I mean, it's just crazy to me. How is it that so many women know what men are about when you're not a man? The same way they try to tell men, oh, you shouldn't be speaking on a woman. You shouldn't be in a woman's space. You shouldn't be speaking on something you are not. You're not a woman, so you don't know about it. But they want to do it. They want to be the only ones to be able to speak. They want to be the only ones in a position to say what they want and feel, while you just be quiet and they could just spin the narrative. That's how it's been for years, though. And they have become accustomed to that, and they're used to that. They're not used to men sticking up for themselves and clapping back. That's why I love to see it, y'all. I kid you not. I love to see it because it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that. I think a lot of the things that some women do, and it's not all, and I'm not saying that there aren't any rude men, but for the most part, a lot of these women have been very rude to certain men. And these men just take it. They just take it because that's what they've been conditioned to do as well. You just accept whatever a woman says. Whatever a woman does, you just be quiet and you take it, because that's what a real man does. A real man just sit back and let you disrespect them and do anything, say anything, no matter what. Even if you know she wrong, you're supposed to just sit there and make her think she's right. And I think we've had enough of that. This is why so many of these women are delusional now. This is why they're so lost in the sauce now, because nobody's ever corrected them. The men was too scared to do it, and the women just letting them, feeding them the lies and sending them on their way. And then they get out here and they be saying stuff that is untrue. And there are some people who know that it's not, but you don't say nothing, just let them go with it. And this is why they think they're right about everything. This is why they think they're perfect. This is why they don't have any flaws. This is why they don't see their flaws, because they've coddled them, made them believe that what they were saying and doing was right. And now they're just stuck in it now that men are clapping back against them and letting them know they're pissed. They don't know how to deal with that. You don't know how to deal with any type of anybody defending themselves, or you don't know how to you don't know how to accept any correction. You don't know how to accept any guidance. You don't know how to accept constructive criticism. They don't know how to accept anything. And I think that's part of the problem. So when I see men who stand up for themselves, I congratulate them, because I think that's important. Once again, the women are the ones who need to make the most changes, especially if they want to deal with other people, if you want to be in relationships and all that, because you can be how you want to be by yourself, but when you try to get in a relationship with somebody, you're going to have to change up some things, or it's just not going to work. But listen, I'll leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Chime in the comments below. I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.